Good morning, students. I am Miss Niklavich. I am a science teacher, and along with Miss Wright, who works in social studies and is also an avid teacher, we have put together a little presentation to you regarding FAFSA. Now, you've probably heard that word spinning around different classrooms, and maybe when you get letters home for you regarding post-secondary schools. So I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an overview on it. Now, don't worry, I will have this available for the advisory teachers so that if there's any links in here that you would like to get to, you can. But let me just first kind of go over it so you have an idea, okay? So what we got to figure out is, let's say you are interested in going into a post-secondary school. How are people going to afford it? That is always the challenge, especially if you're going onto these websites for these colleges and universities and you see how much tuition is. It might be overwhelming and you may think, oh no, I don't think I can do that. Well, now is the chance for me to explain to you how it is possible for you to get into the college that you want, even though the tuition may be high. This is it. And it starts October 1st, so it's already started. It's called FAFSA, and it stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Notice the first F is free. So what is it? Well, the best way we can explain it is aid, financial aid, and it'll come in a variety of ways. So I wanted to explain those ways to you so you understood and you got an idea of places that you can go to get help filling it out, because it does take up to an hour to fill out, and you need the guardian that is for you or the adult to help you work through it because you need information from them. Okay, so what does this all mean? Okay, it's a form. It's from the government, and it helps you pay for things such as a college or university, and some scholarships may ask you to have it filled out in order for you to in order for you to have it available to you. So how can you fill it out? Well, there's a couple of different ways. First off, you can do it this way by going online at this site. Some of the sites will offer you to do it with a .org. Now, do the .gov, so use this website. Now, the other way you can do it is if, again, you do not have access to internet and you do have it only on your phone, there's a mobile app, and this is the mobile app that you would want to find, Federal Student Aid. So that is the one that you can do it as well. So you're interested. Perfect. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what kind of aid that can you get? 3 different types, and I want to go over the 3 different types with you. One is grants, which is what you can think of as free money, borrowed money, or earned money. So 3 different ways that you can get money. So let's briefly go over them. First one is grants, okay? Basically, that is considered free money, money you do not need to pay back. So a grant is money you do not need to pay back. The grant that is available through FAFSA is called the Pell Grant, and the maximum this year is about $6,345. And after you apply for it 1 year, you can continue to apply for FAFSA in future years, and if you're eligible, you can get that much and more. Now, notice it says the maximum this year is $6,345. That doesn't mean if you're eligible, you're going to get that amount. However, this is one possibility. Now, students, there are Wisconsin grants that are available, so don't look at this as the only type of grant that's out there, but this is the federal grant. This is the federal one. There's state ones, and I can explain to those to you in future times. So, next one is going to be a loan. This is money that you're going to borrow, so you're going to have to pay it back, and you need to use these monies that have been loaned to you for things such as tuition, room and board, so the apartment, the dorm, the food, and you don't start paying it back until about 6 months after you finish college, or stop attending. So what do we got here? We've got another possibility of up to $5,500 for your first year. So after you fill it out, there's these possibilities of these types of monies that are available to you. Now, the third option is called work study. So you actually work on campus and you use that for your college or post-secondary funds that you need for tuition and room and board. Okay, so 3 different types. Now, you might be thinking, well, if she says up to, how much money am I going to get? How much money are they going to give me? And unfortunately, there is no exact answer. Every person that applies, it will be different for, because there's a lot of things to take in consideration. So for instance, the income of the adult that is responsible for you. So if it's going to be the parent, the grandparent, how many people are living in your home, home ownerships, any types of other family members that are attending college, and many other things that you will find out as you fill out that form. So there is no real way for any of us to tell you how much you will get, and everybody is different. So how do you start? Well, first thing you got to do is get what's called a FAFSA ID, okay? So it's not only you, so the student, that's you, but the adult that's responsible for you. So again, if it's your parent, your grandparent, your guardian, they need to get their own FAFSA ID. So it's a joint adventure on this. You have to get one as well as your guardian, okay? So how do you even start to get it? Well, you got to get it by going online and starting. So either the FAFSAed.gov or that app is available. Okay? All right. Now you get it done. Now what? Well, here's what you're going to use that FAFSA ID for. You're going to use it to log into the U.S. Department of Education. You're going to use it in future years because you can reapply for FAFSA every year. You check on your federal loans. Those are those loans that I explained to you earlier. And by having that ID, you can use it as a signature, as an electronic signature for yourself. So that is why you need to do it, okay? So what you're going to need from your guardian, your parent, your grandparent, whoever is the adult responsible for you. These are the components that they need to do. So it's almost better to gather all of this information before you start filling it out, okay? And when can you start? Well, you can start now. They opened up on October 1st. So it is for the next academic year for post-secondary school. So juniors, if there's any juniors in your advisory, you cannot apply right now. You have to wait till next year, okay? Let's say you are a student who's a dependent student, right? Who doesn't have a parent or guardian and responsible for yourself. You are still dependent, okay? Even if you are going to have a parent or guardian that says, you know what, I'm not going to be paying. You are a dependent student, okay? And here's the best part. You can, at this point, have this information sending it up to 10 different colleges or universities. So remember, there is no charge for it because the first F is free. So you can do that. Now, we got you started. We got you interested. Now what? Take a look at the school website first. There is stuff on the school website. So let me show you that first. Let me get you there. And here we are. So West Dallas Central has a financial aid actual spot on their student services. So there are some ways and some things in here that you can take a look at. I will be talking about this. This thing is called College Goal. Great opportunity that offers things at night with you and your guardian, and you can get help filling it out. Now, there is also this spot right here, which I will be explaining to you, that there is a gentleman who is willing to work with you in half-hour slots, and if you need more time and he has more time, he can even work with you longer on that, okay? So help about what you need on here, different other items in order for you to do it. So this is a possibility for you to check out. So let me get back to my presentation. Okay, so when are they going to stop taking applications? Well, let me tell you, there are what's called priority deadlines. And if you've been getting things in the mail from different colleges and universities, they are starting to put that on their little cards that they are sending out. When is a priority deadline? You are going to want to check that for the college or university that you're considering. If you haven't started considering where you want to go, this is probably a good time to think about it, okay? So let's say you're still really stuck on how to start, where to start, and work with somebody one-on-one. There are these times, and I do have this list, which I've showed you in the student services site as well, that there's evening groups that are available that you can register for on Wednesday nights. So Wednesday nights they are available. You have to register for that, okay? Now, West Isle Central, you guys are even in better help. Let me show you. There is a group called the Milwaukee We Up, and there is a gentleman who works for that place who is willing to work with you one-on-one and make a personal appointment. So his name is here, Jonathan Gonzalez Warne, and he is willing to work with you and families. Here is the link to make the appointment. Let me show you how that looks. Here is his website, and this is when he's offering some appointments to work one-on-one. He is asking you to fill and get a FAFSA ID so that he can help you farther along the way. As you can see, I've made appointments just to try it out and see how it goes. And he does have appointments on, it looks like Mondays and Wednesdays at 2, 2:30, 3, 3:30. And what you need to do is you just click on the appointment. You describe everything you want to do. You can save it. And when you save it, you would look then at your email, and there will be an email from him with a Google Meet site. So just like Zoom, Google Meet is very similar. All right, let's get back to the presentation. So if you would like to make an appointment with him, you have that link right there. So the sooner the better. You can get started as soon as you can, and I will let you get started on it. Remember, you got to start somewhere. It's going to take a while for you to gather everything and then start filling it out. But once you're done, you're going to really like it, that you got it done. All right, what else do you need to know? Well, there's a lot of important vocabulary. So if you can fill it out using one of those Wednesday nights, using the link for the gentleman, that will be great. We are scheduling an expert from one of the universities to offer a Zoom, so we will have that as well. Last thing, I just wanted to let you know that Miss Sexton has got a senior update information for Remind. If you're unsure about Remind, Remind is an app, and you would look for this symbol. And so this is the phone number that you would do it, not like 414-604, something like that. This is the phone number that you use, 81010, and then this is the message that you're going to text out, okay? So she will be pushing updates and things for you. We are looking at other things to gather to tell you about. For those of you who filled out that form this summer for us to understand what you were looking for, we are building on that. Have a good day, everybody.